find me standing here with two of my very best friends. One's a very old friend. There's something very different about these suitcases, as you may have noticed. They do not have two wheels. They actually have four wheels. And this can make all the difference in the world. I bought this little guy about 7 years ago. It's from Hideo Designs. It's a Japanese designer. And in Japan, they had to go to this four-wheel model very early on because in Japan, there's generally no room to drag your suitcase behind you. You have to actually roll it alongside of you. Now, I found that the four-wheel model makes all the difference because instead of throwing your sacroiliac joint out, instead of yanking your shoulder behind you, and instead of running like a maniac with this suitcase tripping people as you go behind you, you have an obedient little dog rolling right alongside you. Now, I'm very sorry to say that I used this so much for so long that the handle died. It doesn't go up anymore, and they told me that it can't be fixed. So I'm having to give it up. And I've replaced it with something kind of sexy, I think. This is the Rimowa model. It's R-I-M-O-W-A, and this is a German brand. And boy, is this a cool suitcase. Let me show you some of the things it can do. I've actually got this one packed, and it weighs so little, fully packed, that I can raise it over my head, which is a very good thing because, as we all know, when you take a little bag like this on board, you're going to be raising it over your head. So we just can take a look at some of the things it has. This is very smart. You can hook your handbag or your briefcase in here, and it just runs alongside you, no problem. The handle is awesome. It goes up so high. Now, I'm 5'10". You'll hear this over and over again because half of my problems have to do with the fact that I'm so tall. But this handle means that this suitcase goes alongside me, and I am never stretching or straining to deal with it. All right, let's see what's inside, because guess what? I'm packed. I'm packed to go for 2 weeks, and it's all in here. I'm packed for 3 climates in here, as a matter of fact, which is kind of incredible when you think about it, because this is a tiny, tiny little bag. So what have we got? Well, very good shoes for walking. These are not the most attractive shoes, but if you have a bad back, you're going to want to make sure you've got at least one pair of very solid walking shoes. These actually are from Aravon. I suggest you take a look. Aravon is a company that was created by New Balance, the running shoe, and they have much, much sexier shoes than this. And I really recommend that you see what they've got because the support is great, the footbed is great, and your back will feel so, so much better. Other things you want to get in your suitcase, your very lightly packed suitcase. No suitcase that you're carrying should weigh more than 15 pounds fully packed. So you're really going to have to think about what you're doing. This is not a time to throw in your heaviest clogs and, you know, a 5-pound makeup case, but we will get to that later. So you want a little raincoat for sure, because you're going to need that. As I said, I'm off to see 3 different places. I'm going to Poland, I'm going to Spain, and then I'm going to the UK, all in the month of October, and who knows what the weather will be like. So you need something for every possible opportunity weather-wise. So it's just a very couple of tops, a pair of pants, a nice skirt in case, you know, you have to go somewhere dressy. This can do practically anything. And always, always, always you want a nice cashmere shawl because you know what happens on an airplane. Your neck gets freezing, freezing cold. So these are just some of the things that I think are very important. You could also throw in a turtleneck for those freezing cold moments on airplanes. So that is what I'm going to tell you, is that I've got enough clothes in here to take me through that 2-week trip with no problem. And this is one of the more important items, down coat. You know, this weighs nothing. You always have to think about weight. This weighs nothing, and you get great bang for the buck. It can be used as a blanket when you're freezing on an airplane or in a hotel room that's not quite heated enough, and I've seen plenty of those. All right, well, bon voyage. We'll be back soon to talk about some more.